The mainline Pokemon games are the heart and soul of so many people's childhoods, including mine. But as we get older, the games start to become a little bit too easy. Thankfully, Pokemon has some very talented and devoted fans, capable of creating what we know as fan games. Now, these games are, to say the very least, difficult, tough, demanding, punishing, and a bunch of other ways to say hard. Oh, gym leader's too easy? Give them more Pokemon. Still not enough? Fine, give them Mega Pokemon. You know what? Give them Legendaries as well. So, of course, I've taken this as a challenge. I'm going to play the hardest fan-made Pokemon game yet, Pokemon Radical Red. But, not only am I going to beat the game, I'm going to beat it as a randomized hardcore Nuzlocke. If you don't know what a Nuzlocke is, allow me to explain. A Nuzlocke is a self-imposed set of rules to make Pokemon even harder. Here are the rules. You can't use any items in battle, your Pokemon level may not be higher than the next boss fight, you can only catch one Pokemon per route, and lastly, if a Pokemon faints in battle, that Pokemon is gone for good. Pokemon Radical Red has some special tools to help us as well. We'll be using the Dex Nav, which allows us to choose which Pokemon we encounter, as well as a few other quality of life cheats, like adding rare candies to cut out the grinding. Now, it may seem easy to just choose to catch a legendary each route and sweep the boss with a team full of broken Pokemon. Yeah, that's not gonna work here. These bosses are so tough that you'll need a well-rounded team to have any chance. Finally, I should mention that abilities are randomized as well. This could lead to some seriously broken Pokemon, and some unexpectedly bad ones too. Now let's start our adventure. First things first, we need a name. We'll go with Luna. And for our rival, of course, that'll be you, chat. We'll throw on minimal grinding mode along with our Pokemon and ability randomizers. After that, we'll go straight into our closet, throw on our favorite N costume, and be on our merry way. Our mother will let us know that we can choose any generation of randomized starter, not that it matters, but we'll of course choose Generation 5, otherwise I'd be wrong. We're greeted with 3 Pokemon to choose from. Piplup, Relicanth, and what the f*** is that thing? Yeah, so quick intermission. This game also has Sevian Pokemon, which are regional forms made specifically for this game. Like our starter choice here, Sevian Carnivine. But regardless of how cool that thing looks, it sucks. So I'll be taking Piplup. Welcome to the team, Nick. If you get this reference, please let me know in the comments. Now with my beautiful boy by my side, only victory may lie ahead, and we lost our first battle to our rival Spinarak. Luckily, our run doesn't actually start until we get our Dex Nav. And no, I did not make this rule only because I lost my very first battle. So, after doing some errand running for the professor and grabbing some balls on our way out, we'll talk to the sketchy kid and take all of his candy. Get our son up to the level cap and watch the longest cutscene in gaming history. Oh yeah, keep it coming. Perfect. Now we finally get to start catching Pokemon. Well, actually, one more quick thing. See, this game has puzzles that if you solve, give incredibly helpful rewards. For this one, you're up against a team of 6 level 100 Shedinjas. You're given no way to hurt them directly, so we've got to get creative. Set up Stealth Rocks with Skarmory, then roar with Aeron and let them all faint as they come in. Oop, there's one left. For this one, you just switch into Gible and let its rough skin ability get the job done. After that, you're rewarded with the Pokevial, which is essentially our portable Pokemon Center. Alright, now we can start catching some Pokemon. First up is Route 1, and we've only got one real option in Cosmog here. Now I'd like to interrupt by mentioning, it's not always best to just go for the legendary. You have to think about what's going to be possible to catch. For example, Cosmog here only knows 2 moves, Splash and Teleport, which will end the battle and make me lose the encounter. But with the rest of the options on the route, I've really got no choice but to ball out here. And wouldn't you have it, my boy stayed in the quick ball, giving us no troubles and an incredible Pokemon for later in the run. Good to have you, Lunar.
Daring today, aren't we?
Next up is Route 21, where I decide to catch a Talonflame named Grider. Oh, by the way, abilities haven't mattered much since most of my Pokemon will evolve, but Talonflame got Harvest, which is actually pretty useful to have. Now we have Viridian City, where I catch Kleavor, and I couldn't catch him. Awesome. Moving on to Route 22, where I catch a Teddiursa, who I've lovingly deemed Ted2. On Route 2, we caught an Excadrill, meet Doug, he has own tempo. Viridian Forest gave us Lucio, our Toedscruel, and it's here that we run into our first real fight. And no, I'm not talking about Brendan, he's a joke. I'm talking about Lass Ann. Now, I'll be honest, the fight itself isn't actually very difficult, but what's important is that we get the most useful tool this game has to offer, the Infinite Repel. Editor, can we get a count of how many Pokemon I've already run into? Yeah, this thing is a lifesaver. So, after taking the little girl's bug spray, we can grab another encounter in Diglett's Cave, and I'm feeling lucky. We're going for our first legendary. Sorry, Cosmog, you'll prove yourself another day. There's a Qianpao here, and I really think he could be a great addition to our team. Couldn't catch him. Well, we've got one more encounter until our first gym battle, so after picking up Hydra the Hydreigon in Pewter City, we're ready to face Falkner. Wait, Falkner? Oh, yeah. So there are some Johto gym leaders here as well. Some of them are optional and give helpful rewards if you face them. Others are mandatory, like Falkner. Luckily, he's a pretty easy fight, so now it's really on to Brock. And, well, let's see how I do. And that's how I beat the first gym leader to Pokemon's most difficult fan game. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to get some more out to you guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this style of video. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.